In today's video, we will be revealing 7 things you didn't know about Jesus' death. You would be surprised at number 6. The crucifixion of Jesus Christ is one of the most well-known events in human history, shaping the course of religion, culture, and philosophy for over 2 millennia. Yet despite its familiarity, there are many surprising and often overlooked details surrounding his death that deepen our understanding of its significance. From historical context to medical insights, prophetic fulfillments, and even supernatural phenomena, the death of Jesus is far more complex than many realize. Number 1. The physical torture was even worse than you imagine. Most depictions of the crucifixion show Jesus bleeding from his hands and feet, but the reality was far more gruesome. Roman floggings were designed to weaken victims to the brink of death before they were even nailed to the cross. The flagrum, a whip with embedded pieces of bone or metal, tore into his flesh, causing severe blood loss and exposing muscle and even bone. Medical experts who have studied crucifixion suggest that Jesus likely suffered from hypovolemic shock, from extreme blood loss, respiratory distress, as the position on the cross made breathing agonizingly difficult, cardiac stress, leading to eventual heart failure. What's more, crucifixion victims often died from asphyxiation, having to push up on their nailed feet to take a breath, an excruciating cycle that prolonged suffering. Number 2. Jesus was probably nailed through his wrists, not his palms. Traditional Christian art shows Jesus with nails through his palms, but historical and anatomical evidence suggests otherwise. The hand structure could not support the weight of a human body. The nails would tear through the flesh. Instead, Roman executioners drove spikes between the radius and ulnar bones in a technique that would have secured him to the cross. This aligns with the prophecy in Zechariah 12:10, which says, "They will look on me, the one they have pierced." The Greek word for pierced, ekentesin, implies a deep, penetrating wound, consistent with a nail driven through the wrist. Number 3. The crucifixion site was a known place of execution and possibly a cemetery. Golgotha, meaning place of the skull, was not just a random hill outside Jerusalem. Historical sources suggest it was a public execution site, serving as a grim warning to criminals and rebels. Some scholars believe it may have also been near a burial ground, which would explain its skull-like appearance, either from rock formations or accumulated bones. Interestingly, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, traditionally recognized as the site of Jesus' crucifixion and burial, was identified in the 4th century by Emperor Constantine's mother, Helena. Modern archaeology supports its authenticity, making it one of the most sacred locations in Christianity. Number 4. Jesus' death triggered a literal earthquake and a spiritual shaking of the Old Covenant. The Gospels record that at the moment of Jesus' death, the earth shook, the rocks split, and the tombs broke open. Matthew 27:51-53. This was not just poetic imagery. Scientific studies suggest that Jerusalem sits on a fault line, and historical records from that era mention unexplained seismic activity. But the earthquake was symbolic too. In Jewish tradition, earthquakes signaled divine intervention. Exodus 19:18, 1 Kings 19:11. The tearing of the temple veil, a massive curtain separating the Holy of Holies from the people, signified that access to God was now open to all through Christ's sacrifice. Hebrews 10:19-20. Number 5. The Roman soldiers gambled for his clothes, fulfilling a 1,000-year-old prophecy. John 19:23-24 describes how the Roman soldiers divided Jesus' garments and cast lots for his seamless tunic. This seemingly minor detail was actually a direct fulfillment of Psalm 22:18, written by King David around 1000 BC. "They divide my clothes among them, and cast lots for my garment. The odds of this prophecy being fulfilled by chance are astronomically low, yet it happened precisely as predicted. One of many Old Testament prophecies that confirm Jesus as the Messiah. Number 6. Jesus died faster than most crucifixion victims because he chose to. Crucifixion was designed to be a slow, torturous death, often lasting days. Yet Jesus died in just 6 hours. Mark 15:25-34. This was so unusual that Pontius Pilate was surprised when told Jesus was already dead. Mark 15:44. How? Because Jesus willingly gave up his life to John 10:18. Unlike other victims who succumbed to exhaustion or suffocation, Jesus declared, "It is finished," John 19:30, and bowed his head and gave up his spirit. This indicates a voluntary surrender. He was in control even in death. 7. A Roman centurion, one of Jesus' executioners, declared him the Son of God. One of the most shocking witnesses to Jesus' divinity was a Roman centurion, a hardened soldier who oversaw the crucifixion. After seeing the earthquake, darkness, and Jesus' final moments, he exclaimed, "Truly, this man was the Son of God." Mark 15:39. This Gentile soldier, part of the machine that killed Jesus, became one of the first to publicly acknowledge his divinity. It's a powerful reminder that even in his death, Jesus was drawing all people to himself. John 12:32. Jesus' crucifixion was not just another execution. It was a cosmic event with historical, medical, prophetic, and theological dimensions that continue to resonate today. The more we uncover about his death, the more we see its profound intentionality. From the brutal reality of Roman torture to the precise fulfillment of ancient prophecies, Jesus' sacrifice was both a human tragedy and a divine victory. As we reflect on these lesser-known details, we gain a deeper appreciation for the words, "But he was pierced for our transgressions, he was crushed for our iniquities, the punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed." Isaiah 53:5. The cross was not the end, it was the beginning of redemption for all who believe.